Good evening, everybody. This is Insult the Occult, and here tonight I am going to be talking about some very interesting, evil, nasty, gross stuff that I have researched on the internet. There's an organization out there, and it is called Nambla, and Nambla, and it stands for the North American Man-Boy Love Association. And this is an actual organization. Like, you can search it up, nambla.org, and so I'm gonna go ahead and expose this, and I'm gonna insult it. I want to insult the occult. Okay. So, why on earth, in this day and age, would our government, and anybody for that matter, allow there to be an organization that is just okay with men and boys having relationships, like an adult grown man having a relationship with a boy? Does that sound pretty messed up to you? That's just sickening to me. What would Jesus think about this if Jesus were here on earth? Which Jesus already knows about it, but if Jesus were here on earth and he was getting on his Google search and he found out there is an actual organization that promotes men and boys having love, having a sexual relationship with each other, trying to promote, trying to make it okay. It's not okay. You know, there needs to be something done about this. But I don't know, we live in the world today that makes it okay, for that matter. But let's go ahead and read some of the views of this oh, here it is right here. Youth views and issues. Well, we're going to cover this right now. We're going to insult the occult. Because over the years, youth have been very active participants in NAMBLA's effort to inform the public of what man-boy love is and why it should not be scapegoated. They have also spoken eloquently on the injustices faced by youth in society and offered their views on ways to remedy these justices. NAMBLA does not claim to speak for youth, but we do advocate letting them speak for themselves. So, they advocate young boys letting them speak their love for grown men for themselves. That's pretty interesting. The article linked here are a small sampling of works by youth that NAMBLA has published over the years. Okay, let's read this one. I know what I am, gay youth in the law. Okay. Well, they're obviously not under God's law, Jesus' law, if they're... Jeez. Okay. Jeff. He's 19. After I met Mike, I started to spend a lot of time with him, staying at his house overnight sometimes. When I was 15, I went to court and they made a care order commitment to an institution. They did it partly because of Mike. I hated it in care, and I used to run away to stay with Mike. I was 16 at the time, and I had to go to court. It was a bad time. We had a good lawyer, and Mike got off with probation. I think all we have been through has brought us together more. Does that not sound sickening and disgusting to you? I don't know, it does to me. It makes me throw up. Let's read Glenn, 19, from Manchester. I guess Manchester, was that like England? My man was caught cruising and arrested. The next day, 4 policemen came to school to collect me and take me to the police station. There was given a rigorous medical and interrogated intensely. My life was wrecked. I didn't go to school for 3 months. I was recovering from a nervous breakdown. The case spanned nearly a year, and eventually he was sentenced to 18 months in prison. So his man that was taken from him, it destroyed him, I guess. What kind of... Okay. Boy victim speaks out. Let's read a new... Okay. The following is a true story that happened to me. I decided to share my story in the hopes that people will see how unfair this system is to the victim. Okay. When I was 14, I was in a really great Boy Scout troop, and actually, I'm going to stop right there. I've been seeing a lot of stuff lately about, speak out if your son was sexually assaulted in the Boy Scout troop. So, in my opinion, we should get rid of the Boy Scout troop because that's a problem. But okay, maybe we'll save that for another video. I don't know. And was having the time of my life. I had finally worked my way up the ranks and was the number 2 guy on the troop. The leader of the troop, Gary, became my best friend. My parents had divorced a few years earlier. My dad almost never came to see me, so Gary and I became really close. We spent quite a bit of time together with the troop and alone. Okay. Well, on one of our camping trips, we ended up sleeping next to each other. One of the perks of leadership was sleeping in the cool tent. Okay. The cool tent. Gary leaned over and kissed me. Not just a peck, but a full-on kiss. I kissed back. He unzipped my sleeping bag and started to touch my... Okay, I'm not even going to say that. Through my sweatpants. Okay. This is the Boy Scout troop, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, but if you're going to put your kid in the Boy Scout after hearing this video, something's wrong with you. Okay, reading on. At this point, I became very nervous. This was my first sexual experience with another person, and I was also worried about the other guys hearing something. I asked Gary to stop, and he did. Several weeks later, we had a sleepover at his apartment after a night of bowling and pizza, and I was offered the floor in his bedroom. I accepted. Gary did not make any move toward me and just got into bed, shut off the light, and said goodnight. I asked him if he would continue where he left off on the camp. Oh, he climbed out of bed and joined me on the floor. We both took off our clothes and had a night of passion. He went down on me and I had my first... Okay, geez, this is getting graphic now. First orgasm at the hands of another. He also tried to have sex with me at my suggestion. But he didn't want to hurt me. I realized then that I love him emotionally and physically. Wow. And this is from Nambla in 1995. I am going to do everything in my power until everybody knows about this organization and how wrong it is. And I guarantee you the government has an involvement in it too, since they're letting this go on. There's a video I watched on this, and I'll probably make a link to this video that I watched about this and how evil and sick that this organization is. But that wraps it up for this video for insulting the occult. Ladies and gentlemen, open your eyes. This has been going on for a long time.